Good evening, guys. It's 10 p.m. Friday night. It's the takeaway on the Man United agenda. Guys, welcome to the agenda. If you're here, appreciate it. It's the takeaway on a Friday. It's me, my right-hand man, TALKMU.
Yo.
We got SHAH.
Good evening.
And we got Matt from Football United TV.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. You know the deal on a Friday. It's relaxed. No alcohol allowed. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I like. Red Bull. Or a version. Or yes, or a version. How you guys doing, man? We got a game tomorrow. I know I saw SHAH on the preview a little bit earlier on, so we won't dip into that until the end, maybe. But look, we're here. Couple of subjects to talk about today, and one what's the word I'm looking for? One picture puzzle. One picture puzzle for you. I think if we start with the picture puzzle.
Yeah, okay, folks. You know how it rolls on on the Friday night takeaway. We like to throw a little bit of spice in there. So we've been doing guess the player. So I'm going to show you a picture now of an ex-Man United player. All you got to do is try and work out who it is. So I'll show you the picture now for a moment, and then you can try and work that out and let us know who you think that may be. Put it in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are. We will drop some hints and what have you a little bit later on. But everybody have a quick gander at that. That's an ex-Man United player. Who is it? Let us know in the chat, and we'll reveal at the end. There we go.
And SHAH, you had that person on your wall, apparently, did you?
Who I think it is. If it is that person, then yeah.
Why is is SHAH a fan of Transformers then?
I
thought it was
Autobots in disguise.
Hey, don't knock Transformers, man. That was a staple of my childhood, bro, man. I love
Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
see,
man.
We need some of that. Go on.
I'll let you talk. Go on, let you talk.
I was gonna say we need some of that Autobot spirit on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we need them to roll out, innit?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure if Transformers was just a little bit like too young for me. I'm showing my age a bit, but
what were you on the Wombles?
I didn't.
Magic roundabout.
I didn't watch Transformers. I didn't watch Transformers.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you missed the whole lifetime of.
What about?
Can I just say something though? Bath time with Vaughan, Matthew Bassett, and who was the other? Okay, Matthew Bassett, and who was the other one? I've seen the other name in here. Anyway, you're wrong. I just thought I'd get it out there now. You're wrong. So enjoy trying to work out who it is. And
I'll give him, Mr. B, I'll give him another quick glimpse. Right? There you go. Wee-hee. And that's all you're getting. Quick flash.
Right, guys. Obviously, you know, we do it a little bit different. We throw things up on it. Boom.
Now then. Interesting.
Topic number one. I'm gonna go to Matt. What are you thinking about Mr. Donny as a number 6 for next season?
Look, if Ten Hag feels like he can work him at his best like he did at Ajax, and yeah, fair play, like, I'll give credit to that. And I do like Donny, and I feel like him going to Everton isn't really going to show us like the best of him, because they're in a very bad situation at the moment and he's not really getting played. And I know he's had some injuries as well. But I also go back to what his agent said, like at the start of the season, and everybody in the Netherlands saying it was unfair the way he was treated at Man United. But his agent also come out and said, like, look, Donny knows he hasn't been playing well enough to be in the Man United team, and this is why he's gone on loan, because they want to see what he can do. And I don't think Everton was the best club to go to right now, with swapping managers, and that is very difficult for him. Personally, it's a risk to just sort of place him in there where Pogba's been for so long, but hopefully I feel with the player that he is, and he has shown to be in recent years, that he could do the job. But I like that other guy. Is it Ryan from Ajax?
Gravenberch.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I mean,
is he going to Bayern? Is he going to Bayern?
I don't, but I still hear that as just reports, mate. There's nothing really like written in ink about it. So I still think there's a chance that we could get him, and Ten Hag's with him right now. Right? He's with him right now to the end of the season. What's the best opportunity to get a player that will do the number 6 role, who is young, fresh, and going to be world class? That's what Man United need to do. They need to look at that for future progress. He wants 5 years. Give him a player like that that's going to fit and gel into it.
Sure.
From what I've seen of Donny for us and for Everton, I personally don't think he will be as successful as we all want him to be in that number 6 position.
Okay.
That's just based on what I've seen so far of him, and that's all I can judge him on. What he does, what Ten Hag does. Can he play a system that will suit what we need in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, EFL, play the 40-plus matches is what I'm looking for out of a number 6, personally, and someone who can really, be that link between defence and attack. And I don't think he's got that strength from the midfield in the Premier League. He might have the football capabilities and the brain, but the physical side of him, and it was apparent from when he joined that they needed to bulk him up, make him stronger, and that for that reason, I don't think he can make it.
I'm just shaking my head to Pat Lawless. Wrong. Talk. Do you want to give us a little information that you've got before we go any further about the Donny situation?
Yeah, I mean, look, we tried to find out some stats for his number 6 positions whenever he played it at Ajax, which was a bit of a struggle. But what I do know is he's very combative at Donny van de Beek. You go watch a lot of footage of him playing for Ajax, and he's aggressive. He fights hard for the ball, and we know he can see a pass. He can make a pass. He's got skills. He's got tricks. He likes a back heel, though. Do you know what I mean? He does like a back heel. And also coming from that league, I know what you're saying, Shah, about him with the physicality and all that, but he's coming from the Eredivisie, which is like about 5th or 6th in the most physical leagues in Europe. So that is there, and it did have the most yellow cards as well last season in that league, out of all the European leagues as well. So it is quite a tough league. It's not like standoffish. You know what I mean? They do get involved. They do get in there and get hard and get tough. And if you look at what the position Ten Hag's going to be in when it comes to the club, he's got to give players an option. He's got to give players a chance at certain positions. And I think with Donny van de Beek already being our player, he's not. That's maybe one conundrum that he doesn't have to worry about too much. If he's giving targets out to the board for going out to get players, and it takes a bit of time, and they can't get this deal or they can't get that deal, I think a good starting point for him would be give Donny a shot at number 6. Why not? You know what I mean? Just give him a chance there, because at the end of the day, it's the old suck it and see. You know what I mean? He's got to try it. If it doesn't work, if it's quite clear and evident it doesn't work after a few games, which we will soon see that if it ain't going to work, then yeah, switch it up. Put him in a different position.
Okay, so why I did say this to you guys is that Samuel Lockhurst has tweeted, obviously he's a blue ticker, doesn't really mean much, but at the same time, he was saying that Donny's had a 45-minute conversation with Ten Hag, and Ten Hag is saying to him that he's going to be his new number 6 for the season. So that's why I put it out there to you, because obviously Ten Hag is going to know him a lot more than us, a lot better than we will. And if he's given him those sort of assurances, surely Donny's on his way back.
Can I just say, is that a confirmed Ten Hag's at Man United, like 100%?
Well, not necessarily. No, it's not. It's not. Sorry, Mr. B.
Yeah, I just wonder because why he'd never jeopardise anything before he knew that it was crossed the line, would he? I mean, why would you ring up Donny van der Beek when he's at Everton through the rubbish he's going through to say you're going to be number 6 next season, son? I don't know that I'm going to be manager yet. I didn't find anything, but I'm telling you now, like you just wouldn't do it. I mean, sensibly, but maybe
Matt, for me, I said it like last week. It's nailed on for me. Ten Hag for me, it's done. It's done. They're just waiting for the right moment to announce it because of the respecting of the situation.
Mate. Wait until they hold up the shirt. I'm one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like until that happens.
Yeah, but I can't imagine. I can't see it. No, listen. There's been too much.
Great. You know,
there's too much talk. Now, there's too many things being said. There's too many good reports coming out from decent sources that all point to one sort of equation for me. And so, you know what? Yeah, having this conversation, where it's leaked from, where he's got this information from, who knows? But you know what? For me, I'm glad if it is true, that I'm glad these conversations are being had, and I'm glad that that Ten Hag is actually sort of so sure of himself that he is already in his own mind giving Donny the number 6 position. What we got to ask ourselves is what, and who does he play around him? If, like I said before, if these targets, the Declan Rice rumours, the Calvin Phillips rumours, you know, if those don't come off, who do we play in and around Donny van der Beek to protect him, give him that, you know, give him that sort of that help?
I'd say Jude Bellingham, but he's going to City apparently, isn't he? Sorry,
I think we're missing a key name here, gentlemen. Like Garner, I don't understand why Garner's not getting mentioned as the 6. He's done it quite well. He's played alongside McTominay before, you know. So why not?
Yeah.
Then you can play.
I'll ask you. I've got one for you, Shah. Do you believe that Ghana has the capabilities of playing at a high level for 38 league games? Forget about Europe, league games.
If we're going to go give anyone a go and a chance, from what I've seen of Ghana against Forest, even against the match in Liverpool that they played in the cup game, I think he was excellent.
Right. My issue is, I understand his ability. It's the unknown is more what I'm worried about. Me personally, I would rather have Ghana +1, as in you've got 2 players not necessarily fighting for the same role, but sharing the same role. So you get an experienced one, or somebody who we believe. Ghana's one of our own, so he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
double pivot or single pivot, Mr. B.
Well, I would rather a single. I'll be honest. I think single would give us more attacking options, but that single obviously has to be of a level. As I said, I haven't seen. I've heard about Ghana. I've seen him in obviously the 3 games that they played on televised. I understand talking to a couple of Forest guys that he's tearing the place up, but at the same time,
Mr. B. Yeah, because we've got a great Forest guy right there in the chat. Door on tour. This guy knows Forest inside out, upside down, and left to right. Let's ask Door. What's your thoughts? Do you believe that young James Garner is ready to step into that role at Manchester United in the Premier League? Because I want to have my 2 pence worth. I think he is. I've watched some games of him. He's absolutely sensational. And let's have it right. The rumor is the Championship is the hardest league in Europe. It is. It's a very, very difficult league. Very difficult league.
So you know what? The Championship is like watching Premier League 20 years ago. when United were winning stuff.
Mm.
You know, genuinely. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we were,
Don't say that, Shah. I'm depressed
like,
now.
it's true. It's true.
Bloody hell, Shah, man.
When we were winning stuff, right? That's what the game was like. It was aggressive. It was still a very physical game, right? The Premier League is that, but it's a lot softer. You know, players get a little shoulder in the back nowadays, and they're falling over. But that's because it's a different type of football, right? You know, our Premier League football is not what we used to know it as. It's got a blend of European influence.
Well, sure. They're apparently they're trying to turn it to like 60 minutes a game, aren't they? They're trying to introduce.
I know. Yeah, I don't know what all that's about. For me, that don't work.
I'd be looking to conk somebody's head off if they try. That doesn't make sense.
We can't be having that. But Shah, in terms of what you're saying there,
be changed. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just going to say what I was going to get to that point. What Shah was saying there is you look at the physicality and how kind of hectic and fast paced the Championship can be in most games. You know what? It gets toned down a little bit in terms of the Premier League because. Yeah, you got a little bit more time to do things against, I would say, a majority of the teams because it's not that kind of. Not every team presses that sort of high up the pitch, and really sort of puts it right on you. There's going to be a couple of teams that will do that, but not a lot of teams will do that. So we'll have more time, to be that player that we want him to be for James Garner. And again, for me, you know what? I'd be happy for us to take that chance on a couple of youth players. My 3 top youth players at the moment, who I'd love to see get a shot, is Will Fish, who's currently at Stockport, defender, great player. James Garner, as we know, at Forest, fantastic player. And young Shola Shoretire he's mustard. Number 10, number 9.
I think he's going to get loaned. I reckon little Shola's going to get loaned next season.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but I just think those 3, they're absolutely top notch.
Here's Dear on tour. In answer to your question, that was a big question. James Garner is doing great at Forest, but the Premier League is a different gravy to the Championship. He needs another loan in the Premier League, and I hope it can be Forest.
Absolutely.
I mean, that would be great for Forest. The fact that Garner got you promoted, but come on now, you can't have him. Not 3 years. Not 3 years. Come
Mr.
on,
B, it's got to be. You got to look at like the Gallagher situation at Palace. The fact that he should probably stay there for another year. He's getting into the England squad. Chelsea might probably ruin him. You see what happens with Chelsea when they try and bring players through. So I think for Garner it'd be good to have another year, do some wonderful things next season, then see how it works with Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag would probably want to bring in somebody in that position. I think, to be honest, I think he's probably got someone in mind. They've already singled out that position. I know Ranić's talked about that position. That's where we're lacking. So I'm pretty sure if they're doing their job, which I pray they are doing their job, and they're trying to find somebody to fit in, that would be great. I'm not sure Garner's the guy right now, but I definitely see he's a fantastic player, and I think having another loan season like Gallagher should do is only best for him as a player.
Hey guys, one sec, Shah, sorry. Guys, if you're new to the show on a Friday, if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that like button. Sorry, Shah.
I was just going to say, this whole Garner conversation, I think it's amazing, but I think where we are as a club, we're doing this whole project rebuild again, right? If we introduce Garner 2 years in and we sign another player, and not to be funny, if we're going to go and sign a player of a number 6 quality, world class, etc., you're talking 60, 80 million, maybe in today's money, that will knock Garner back in his progression, right?
No, I don't think so.
But then you've got Donny, Garner, and then another number 6.
Well, because
and then you've got potentially Scott could even play that position as well.
No.
But he could. I'm just saying this. We don't know.
No.
We don't know what's going to happen. I'm talking about what.
Come on.
Yeah, no, you're right actually, Shah, I think, and it's you're kind of you don't know what the manager wants. That's the thing. If he actually has a player that he really wants to work with, that he feels like he can get in, maybe even a player from Ajax, maybe he sees in the youth at Ajax or somewhere else. It might be just on his personal feeling. I'm trying to get into his mind, and I do hear things of Ranić saying they are identifying the right person to come in, and it clearly doesn't seem to be Garner at the moment. But I think just him as a player in himself coming back to Man United and then having to see a player come in and not getting any time at all would be worse for him as an individual. That's
Bruno's even said he wants to play with Garner, man. So
right.
Let's look at this. I like to talk about value. I always like to talk about value. Now, if you look at what the situation Ten Hag is going to be coming into, there's much more value for him from the start to introduce some of these really talented youngsters into the squad from the off. I'm not saying play them every game. You know what I mean? Not every game and sort of burn them out and do what we've done with some other players in the past. But to slowly bed them in and get them used to it, because there's no point in him getting, we make a few signings, we work on a system, we get the players at it and everything else, and then we know that wait a minute, we're just lacking a little bit. We're going to have to bring in one of the youth. It's now time to bring one of the youth players. You don't want to bring them in cold into a team that has already sort of done the hard work, and then they feel like they've got to try and catch up. You want to get them in right from the start, get everybody on the same sort of, on singing up the same hymn sheet, so to speak, from early on. And I think that way, then it'll give ourselves a much better chance of having success in terms of the youth.
But he needs to know the player, doesn't he, Mr. B, right? He needs to know this player, and if he doesn't see much of Garner, then why would he pick him? I mean, he's calling up Donny van der Beek, and he's not doing great at Everton in coming.
Pre-season, I said, I'm convinced pre-season is going to be massive. I don't know what date we're flying out to Australia, but I think it's going to be massive.
Let's just show off. Listen, folks, don't forget, we have got Guess the Player, and there's the image. Get it in the chat. Who do you think that is? Ex-Man United player. Come on now.
So we've got we do have a couple of guesses in here.
Okay, let's have a
look. Oh, where's it gone? Mr. Lawless, apologies, sir. You're wrong.
It's got to be
Rebel.
Bringing us the Irish charm. Rebel, I like it. Good evening.
Oh God, Rebel, it's definitely not him. It's definitely not him. It's definitely
I had
not
trouble.
him.
I'll tell you why it's not him, Rebel, because I had trouble.
Put the picture back up, Talk. Put the picture back up.
I had trouble persuading Nicky Butt to actually put a wig on, bro. So it's not.
I know the ears.
Keep the picture. You know the ears.
The year, like the what year it might be, but I don't know.
Oh, the year. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I can tell the
year.
That's a clue.
Ears, man. That's
just a tiny little clue. It's not a lot, but.
Look, it's good that it's good that the people in the chat are still struggling. It's good that Matt, you don't know, and it's good that Shah, you're never gonna guess because you had him on your wall. You had him on your wall. I just think it was a wall at somebody else's house.
That's a big clue.
Guys. Here's one to throw into the mix.
Yeah. Okay. Rashi side. Listen, for me, I think we can't let him go. I think he's got far too much to prove. He's got far too much to prove. He's still got a lot to give. He's still got a lot to learn. We know that. We know there's a lot of people that you question his footballing, intelligence, IQ, and all that, everything. But that, for me, I think he can learn under a new system, under a new manager and coaching staff, especially if the rumours, as we know, it could be either Steve McLaren or Rennie Mullenstein coming in as the number 2 on the coaching setup, which would be fantastic from my point of view. And I think that's where we could actually see Marcus Rashford break through this kind of bubble that he's in. He's in a bubble at the moment, isn't he? He's got this kind of, it's just so restricted, and I just believe if he signs a new deal, gets his head down, gets in on some new coaching methods and et cetera, I think we've got a real player on our hands.
Right, look, before I go any further, I maybe should have put it out this point before. I read a little article earlier on. I've been doing my reading on this Friday, and there was actually a couple of things saying that Rashford is going to stay because the candidates that Manchester United spoke to all said that they would keep Marcus Rashford. So I think that's a decision now that's probably been taken out of Marcus's hands in regards to what he's going to be offered and obviously the length of contract that he would be taking. So I maybe should have said that first now, so that you guys in the chat understand where I'm coming from. And obviously, Shah and Matt, now you've got a slight reply to obviously what we're saying.
For me, Rashford's United through and through. He doesn't want to go and play for anyone else. He doesn't want to kick a football for anyone else. He wants to turn up, do his best when he can, and when he plays. Like I think whatever's going on with him at the moment, it's not, he's not in a good place, obviously. But we've seen that with some players, and then what comes out of it is maturity, is a learning experience, and then you see the best players ever. Salah didn't hit form till what, 26, 27 when he was at Roma, was it?
Yes.
Or was he a bit younger than that, right? He was about 26 years old.
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, so Rashford's in this little bit of a lull, right? We call it the 21-22 Marcus Rashford lull. He's fed the kids. He's done everything that he needed to do. There's a lot of pressures on him. He's being looked at not just from his football capabilities, but for him as a human being. When you go like Beckham, stardom, going up from just playing football, waking up every day, then getting a phone call to say you got to be at this shoot, you got to go and do this, you got to go and do that. It starts taking a toll. The stresses of life, the maturing, the different ages. I think that's what we're seeing from him. But I think what we will see is a different Marcus Rashford next season, 100%. This season, he's going to finish off a couple of goals here. Ronaldo's obviously taken a lot of things. There's been a lot of different situations in the club at the moment, which I don't want to talk about it, but that affects you. You're losing some of your friends around you, Martial, some of the players that you're used to playing with and linking up with, and your football changes in a new team. You got to learn different things, and he hasn't really had the best run of games, and his injury, he's had a big injury on his shoulder, which obviously, bad World Cup. He's had a bad year. Write it off. Let's go next season.
Matt?
I think it's the end of Rashford. I do. I think
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, one sec, Matt. There's a bad internet connection. I think I'm going to have to get you off the screen, Matt.
Sorry, you cut it out, mate. Matt, you cut it. Oh, look, he's gone. Oh, dear. Where's he?
Bloody hell, man.
We'll try and get Matt back in about... There you go. Matt, man.
Yeah, come on, Matt. Talk to me, man. Come on.
You might as well swear at us. You might as well just swear at us, man.
Absolutely not. And I can understand the frustration. And look, I want him to be a part of United, but I think with this whole injury thing that happened with him, the operation, I just don't think he's come back to form, and I just think it's going to be the niggle for the rest of his life that he's going to have to deal with. He's going to get a lot of injuries, and it's going to be difficult for him, because they said as well, like, when he comes back from this injury, how is he going to be? He could either do very well, or he can be very bad, and I think it's gone that way, and it's horrible to see it, because he's a Mancunian, he's one of our own, and it's sad to see. And hearing that he, the frustrations that he's had in his life as well, like with the abuse online as well, it's not nice. And I think he's handled it pretty well, actually. I know he blew his temper recently in the media, and that's just only human, a human response, really. No one can really be mad about that. But I just think for him, I don't know. I think it's a Danny Welbeck situation with us. I just think
Danny Welbeck.
I just feel he's going to everybody was raving about Welbeck, and so was I. He was a fantastic player for us. You know what I mean? He was looking like he was going to be the best in the world. At one point, he was. He got that goal in the Bernabeu, I remember, in the Champions League. It was just a phenomenal player, like, could literally get goals when you really needed them. And then he just went downhill, and he was injury prone, and that's why he is where he is. And I hate to say it, I'm just thinking like, Nostradamus now, like I'm making predictions, but I just feel like it's not going to get any better for Marcus Rashford.
Is this signal really there still? Is it there?
No.
Mate,
Listen, Matt, you know what? Listen, you've got your opinion. You know what? I respect it. And
I'm only joking.
I just thought
That's honestly, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be clickbait
of
or
course.
anything.
No, that's cool, bro. Listen,
Simon
you know
Jordan
what?
or anything like that.
I think with Rashford, you know what? He could take an easy option. He could get onto his agent and go, you know what? He knows he could go to a lot of clubs in Europe. Walk into most of the other European sort of top clubs. He could go in and get an easy time, right, and get a load of money and everything else. But I don't see that being. That's not what Marcus is about. He's a fighter. He's come from a tough background. Street fighter, that kind of mentality. And I think for him, it's much more exciting and desirable thing for him to step up and fight for his place at United and get back to doing well and be our hero, so to speak, at United. I think that's more his sort of mindset, to be fair.
Talk.
Yes.
While you're there, I'm going to let Matt.
Yeah, come on, Matt.
I just got one sentence. You know how everybody compared like Rashford to Mbappe, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of players ain't nowhere near, mate. He's gone off another level. Like that's world class. Like Rashford's nowhere near like that, and I know what he's doing in his personal time, and he's doing a tremendous job. But if it is affecting his play, we got to be real. We got to be honest. He's not up there with the rest, and he's dropping well behind. I just take it in how it is. Like,
that's a great point, though, isn't it, Matt? Like, I mean, the pictures of Mbappe staring at Rashford on the wall. We all remember that going around, the memes and all that. Like, but when you think of what Rashford's capabilities are, they're right up there. But he gets played out of his position that he wants to play in. You've got like 4 different managers he's been under now. So,
how many's Mbappe been under? 3?
3, but in the day he's always played in that.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
See?
But I think the thing with there is it's obviously just down to his own mental attitude to turning up when the buzzer goes and the kickoff time, being alert, being awake, wanting to play. I've seen these games where these players don't track back, and that's not just Rashford. That's top players that get paid a lot. And I think like the thing with when you look at Mbappe, all he wants to do is just run at you, take about 100 players on, and just score wonder goals, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. With his old little and these things and whatever they're doing on FIFA nowadays. But with Rashford, we've just lost that little bit of spark in him. And sometimes
I hope so.
And sometimes it takes a little bit of reigniting, and I think maybe the summer break is what he needs.
I hope so. Sorry, Mr. B.
No, that's cool. Say what we need is to, while we're talking, to have that picture up. Talk while I'll get my face off here. Yeah. So while we're talking, guys,
we'll leave the picture up there so you can get your things in the chat. But also, I just want to point something else out with Rashford here, which is we have to take into consideration the managers and the coaching staff around him. That since his dip in form, if you put those things together, you get an equation, right? It adds up. Definitely adds up. So again, from my point of view, I think if under a manager like Ten Hag, I'm not dissing Ralph or anything. I think Ralph's done a great job. You know what I mean? He was in a difficult, impossible position actually, and he's done okay. To be fair, we're still going to shout top 4, but under a Ten Hag type system and management style and coaching setup and approach, Marcus for me, it could be just overnight like that, blink of an eye, whoa, and everyone's like, whoa, Marcus Rashford's back. You know what I mean? And that's what he wants more than anything. If you just ask him one question, what does he think about it now when he's going to sleep? It'll be him scoring goals again for Man United, dreaming of glory. That's what it's all about with him. And I believe this, when it happens, it will come good for him.
Well, if he plays like Tiger Woods recently and does the greatest comeback, then that's great. I'm all for it. Happy
Yeah,
days.
Before we go any further, sorry, just want to cut in. Mr. Herbert, that is a really good call, but you're wrong. Sorry, carry on, Matt.
No, that was it from me. Yeah, I agree with everything that Talk said there. I'm hoping that he does well, but I just have my doubts.
That's cool, bro. It's all good. Listen, right, folks. So let's have a look in the chat. We've got anyone yet who's all right? And what I'm going to do now is, folks, I'm going to give you a little clue. Then, okay, I'll give you his date of birth. So he was born on the 29th of December 1978, and I'll give you a team that he played for after United, and I will give you. I'm going to give you Nottingham Forest, but I was alone.
that was a Talk, you're funny, man. You're a funny guy, I swear.
That's the hardest one to have a look at.
I'm telling you. Oh, that's beautiful. Well done, well done, well done.
No, Pat Lawless, you're wrong, bro. Good guess, but you're wrong. It's not Chris Casper. No, sorry. We're getting close to the end of the show, folks, and you know what? We'll give you a good. We'll give you a. Pat Lawless has gone for Andrei Konchelskis as well. No, Pat, you're wrong, bro. Unfortunately. So have a look at that now. I know Anthony Herbert will be. His Google will be steaming now because he's googling it. He's googling it like crazy.
His fingers are bleeding. He's typing that much.
Yeah. Hopefully we can. What's that?
He said 4 lids. It's not 4 lids. It's not 4 lids.
No. Right year though, I think.
People are way off, man. They're way off. Listen, we'll give you now we'll give you another 2 minutes to try and get this right before we actually show you who this player is. And I think we've done well this week, Mr. B, on this one. The first one was far too easy, man. I gave it away stupidly early on by naming one of the clubs that he played for. And it was I could have kicked myself because I made
it's
it
all right.
easy.
We kicked you, so don't worry about it. It's
fine. Exactly. I felt it under the table, Mr. B. I've still got a bruise, bro.
It's fine. Look, we're trying to. I'm actually hoping that somebody does get this one because I would be very, very impressed. So while we're waiting, just a quick one. Phillips from Leeds. Yes or no, guys? Guys in the chat, if you're still there. Phillips from Leeds. Just a quick yes or no. Is it something we need? Is it something we want? Is he going to be holding back? Is he going to be holding back the players that we obviously hope would be progressing next season? Matt, Shah, Talk. Let me know your thoughts.
Talk first.
For me, I think, listen, he's a good player. There's no two ways about that. But it'd have to be for the right price, but not at the cost of some of our youth getting an opportunity. If those two things add up, then I would say go for it. Simple as that.
Shah, Matt?
I'll just chip in. I think if we get rid of Matic and you have someone like Phillips come in, but if Matic gets an extension, then no Phillips.
Do you really think they're going to give Matic? Do you really think they're going to give Matic an extension?
Potentially, yeah.
Matt?
I hope they bloody don't.
Matt's face then.
I bloody hope they don't. Especially Matter as well. That's got to end. We ain't in a holiday camp.
Hey, leave Matt alone, man. Matt's been a good servant.
Matt's right, and that's
Matt. What's wrong with you, man? You're doing Rashford.
Was a good servant. Good servant. Done. His time has passed.
Yeah, that's it. He's a good servant. His time's passed. Get Calvin in. Good squad depth for us as well. Even if it doesn't work out in the first team, bang.
Okay, Talk. They're struggling. Is there anything else that we could help them with?
Okay, I'll give you another clue. I'll give you another team that he went to, and I'll give you the date. And that no. I don't want to make it too easy, man. I'll give you two teams.
Okay, look,
Southampton and Stoke.
There you go. There you go. Right. Even I would have got this one now. So we're looking at Southampton and Stoke. Matthew Bassett has come up with, no, mate, it's none of these players. Sorry. It's none of them.
No, I think he's talking about our midfield opportunities.
I know. He's talking.
And I also
sounds like a Santos thing.
I mean, listen, all we can do is on that front is just hope that we do get it right at this time in the transfer window, and Ten Hag has got something to do with it. But listen, folks, it's getting to that time now where we have to wind the show down, and it's not looking like anybody's getting this. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. Are we allowing this? Are we allowing this, Mr. Beek?
We know we're chicken dinner. This is it, isn't it?
Google job.
Google job. It away.
It's the clue. It's the clues talk. We have to decide because you know. I mean, the thing is, he's actually got a Chinese version of it, so I'm not even sure that it works. I don't think he's got Google. He's got whatever the Chinese one is he uses on his one. He's always moaning about it. All right, look. Are we gonna put this on there now? Are we gonna?
1 second. Let's have it.
Oh,
right,
look,
okay.
yeah,
Stoke gave it away. He says a Monday due of the man himself from the Man United agenda. This looks like it's a fix, folks, but it ain't. I will now reveal.
We count.
The mystery player tonight is, drum roll, please. Boom.
Danny,
there you go. I mean, he does look a bit gigsy though, doesn't he?
He looks like Lee Evans. What's going on?
Lee Evans crossed with Ryan Giggs with Solo's wig.
I don't get this Solo's wig bit. Solo ain't got no hair. He's got a short hair, man.
Yeah, he's got that side bit. Oh, yeah. Look, man. Oh,
that is what threw me. But it was that Stoke. It was a Stoke, wasn't it? I knew I shouldn't have mentioned Stoke. Oh, man.
I need to go see what hairdresser he's at because those cows look fantastic.
Yeah, man. Quality girls.
I could do with some.
Our curly days are over, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, man. I was going to say something then, but I thought that it's a bit too late.
Andy Herbert said it's Jonathan Ross, and Pat Lawless is in here saying it's Nick Powell. Oh, no, God, guys. Friday. That flew quick. Yeah, if you're new to the takeaway, new to the agenda, new to the channel, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We are on our way to 1,500. Please hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It costs absolutely nothing. Tomorrow, schedule. We have a watch along with Talk and a new guy for the watch along, Paddy. Good luck with that tomorrow, mate. You'll smash it out the park. Talk will look after you. He knows he's Sherbet does our talk. Matt, where can we find you, man?
Thank you guys for having me on. It means a lot. Really enjoyed the show today. Go smash, subscribe, share, and like Mr. B said. Brilliant channel, everybody. So please make sure you do that. Football United TV is where you can find me and Marley chilling all the way from Rio, Brazil. Did a feature show last night talking about the Copa Libertadores and the equivalent to the Europa League. So go check that out. And thank you so much, guys, once again for having us on.
No problem.
Yeah, go check him out.
SHAH, I'm not gonna ask where we can find you because you're an agenda, right? So he won't be going anywhere else. But talk away.
Look, it's been amazing. We need to be positive. These next few games, top fours there. There's loads to be had. Let's make sure we keep this energy going from today, tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a happy weekend because I've had too many moody weekends this year and really I'm fed up a bit, man.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, thanks for it's a great show as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, like Mr. B always says. But Also, don't forget to tell all your Man United friends.
Yes.
Talk.
Excellent. Well, you know what I find me, man. I'm always on the Man United agenda on Match Channel. Do go and check out Match Channel, Football United TV. Great channel, loads of stuff going on there. Go and give them a subscribe and that, and check out some of the videos. And yeah, can't wait. If you want to come along tomorrow and watch the listen to the watch along and that, come and join us. It'll be me and Paddy, and we'll hopefully we'll have a good result.
And you got a new team talk. And you got a new channel.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry?
Your channel.
Oh, sorry, right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Listen, yeah, I've started a channel called Football versus Cancer. If you're going to check that out on YouTube, it's all for charity. It's all charity based and stuff. And so it's only got like 3 videos on there at the moment. But you know what I mean? When I get time to do a few more bits and bats, I will be doing. But yeah, if you go over and have a look at that and give us a subscribe on that, I appreciate it, man. There you go.
Guys, thank you as always. I've catch up a little bit later than usual. Guys, if you're still watching in the chat, it's appreciated. You didn't have to be here, but you were. This is the takeaway. We are the agenda. Enjoy your evening, guys. Peace out.